You may have noticed recently in your Google Drive that Google added team drives, which is really exciting. Previously, one owner could own a folder and share it out with a group of people. For example, Nancy owns the middle school faculty folder, and she shares it out with the entire middle school faculty. The middle school faculty sometimes has access to view only on those files, and sometimes they have access to edit those files. Now with team drives, multiple people can be owners of the information in the document, and if people leave, their information will not leave. So if they leave the group, anything that they generated that they put into the group will now stay in the group. So that's a really important distinction. And also, there are new levels of ownership within the group that really help with this team drive. So you'll notice that team drives popped up right here. And when I click on it, so when I leave my drive and click on team drives, you'll see a create a team drive. So any group can have a team drive. If you're working on a presentation with someone, if you're in a cohort, so I'm in a cohort, you can create a team drive for all of the members. So there's several ways that I can create this team drive. The first thing I'm probably going to want to do is take a look up here in my menu. I can change my theme color. I can actually pick a picture to go up here. So you can see they gave me a default. I can rename it at any time. I can delete it at any time. So the main thing I'm going to do is add members. So as I add members, I can give them different types of access. But what I actually think is easier to do is just add all of your members and then go back and manage your members to change their access, because otherwise you're going to have to do adding all the people who have full access, adding all the people who have editing access, adding all the people. So it depends on what your preference is. But just to go through those quickly, you've always been able to give people editing access, which was they can edit all the files. You've always been able to give people commenting access in your own drive and view access. The newest version of this is if someone has the highest level of access with you, they can manage members, meaning they can delete who's in that file, and they can also upload, edit, and delete any file in the folder. So that's the highest level of access you can give someone. So you're probably going to give most people editing access. They can upload files and they can make changes. I'm going to go ahead and add Jeff and Lynn, and I'm also going to add Lisa Cromley, and I could send them a message. Okay, and I can skip sending a notification, so I'll send that. So now once I've sent it, I'm going to come back up here and manage my members. So you can see I have full access. Jeff, Lisa, and Lynn have editing access, and I want to change it so that Jeff also has full access and Lynn also has full access. And I'm going to keep Lisa down here at editing access. I can always add more members, and now I know exactly what level of access everyone has. So now all that needs to happen is I can add files that will be shared out with people, and people can add files that will be shared out with the rest of the group. So a couple things to note in the documentation on team drives is that members of a team share ownership of any of the files and folders, and if someone leaves the team drive, any files that they have added will stay in that folder. And you can still share files with a link or an invite, and you can also still share files to people outside of that team drive the same way you would normally share a file. So if I want to create a new folder in here, which might be cohort lesson plans or cohort information. Once I make that, if you take a look and if I right click on this, it's not going to allow me to change who this shared with. And the reason why is because it's in the team drive. So this is shared with anyone that is already added to the team drive. So if I want to change who has access to this folder, I would have to come up here to my managed members, right? But once I get into that folder, if I add a Google Doc, and let's just say this is visible thinking, and I want to share this out, which actually, hang on, you can't see that. So obviously I just clicked on the share button. If I want to share this out, This allows me to pick specifically who I'm sharing this with. So I can change who has access to edit, comment, and view as a normal Google Doc, and I can add people outside of my team drive here. So if I wanted to add on Margaret Haviland, if I wanted to add on an administrator, I could do that here. So you still have access to that. So I hope you give team drives a try and let me know what you think.